Since the release of Vybz Kartel, there has been a lot of reuniting between the world boss and members of the Gaza Empire. One such is Gaza Indu, who gave us hits such as this.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings. I hope you all are doing good. Hope you all are doing great. So your boy here come across this one. We are in Gaza Indu on stage. Fully active Gaza Nation plus Mutabaruka in an exclusive interview. So guys, this one is gonna be really a warm and interesting one. So you wanna stay tuned and don't forget, I'm here on the Black Unity program. So feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you're new. With that being said, let's go ahead and hear what's going on in this one, my people. Let's walk.
Since the release of Vybz Kartel, there has been a lot of reuniting between the world boss and members of the Gaza Empire. One such is Gaza Indu, who gave us hits such as this. Versatility, loyalty, and completely. Right now, right here on our stage, the lady herself, Gaza Indu.
Hi, Mr. Winford. How are you?
Oh, I'm well. Good to
Awesome.
have you.
Thanks for having
Welcome.
me. Yes.
Start with the effects of the incarceration on your life, your career.
Well, it did have a very great impact on my life. To the sense where, because when Carter went to prison, we just came back from Trinidad from a big stage show, and we talked about things that were going to be done and stuff like that, where I am concerned and where my career is concerned. And, it was like maybe about 2 weeks after that. So
The arrest?
yes,
and
the
charge.
arrest was made, right?
Wow.
So, it thumped me. It thumped me hot. So, prior to all of that, my kids were depending on me on a lot of stuff, and I had the music was my breadbasket right there, doing shows and all of that. So it made a great impact on my life where that is concerned.
And you were still connected and working together up to that time. There was no break
No.
in the relationship.
No,
that you
we
had
were
with
very
him.
good, very good.
All the way.
Yes, all the way.
Throughout the incarceration.
Yeah, man, we were good.
All right. So it would have been easy for you to do the reuniting, isn't it?
Very easy.
Yeah.
I am a loyal person,
Yes.
and I did loyalty over
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
All right. So we see a lot of that going on with so many other members. Some we heard things about rift between them and World Boss and so on, but we see where they've
Reunited.
reunited
Yeah.
and going and some of them are on the show,
Right.
Freedom Street. So are you saying that everybody's back in the camp now?
I cannot say. And I've seen Popcorn around, Sheba around, Lisa Hype. So I can say, well, okay, where they are concerned, everything is okay. I've never spoken anybody but myself, because I don't know the relationship between them and the boss, But as far as I'm seeing right now, everything is okay because the boss is a different person right now since he's back. He's a changed person, and he is not into the conflict with anybody.
So the new approach by him is part of what is helping the unity among all the the defectors.
Well, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
And so this big show coming up, you're on it, right?
Yes, I am.
But wouldn't that be a long time now you haven't appeared on a stage?
Vibes Cartel got incarcerated in 2011. And as I said before, that's the last time I went on no, that's untrue. I went to a stage show the other day with Sheba.
Right, okay.
In Clarendon. But actually, for me to do a show, because that wasn't my show, that was Sheba's show. And I went there and she called me up. But to perform for the crowd, my last time being on a stage was 2011.
So this is a big one for you. A
Yeah.
very big assignment.
Yes.
With a big crowd, no doubt.
Yes.
And how are you preparing for it?
I'm ready now.
You ready? Are ready? You ready? Are ready?
Ready. I'm born ready.
Man, the battery run out.
It not run out at all.
Run out. You want it. You want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But were you not disappointed by the fact that you had this big hit song? In fact, more than one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You were getting
two.
You were, yes.
I had two number ones. I have two number ones.
Two songs that you
completely
that you declared
and
hit songs.
versatility. Yes.
So
yes.
you did Boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
The world know.
And then
Indu.
came this.
Yes.
That must have been very disappointing for you.
Very, very. That's the reason why, in the first when he got held, I did an interview and told him that, listen, you see, once that man gone to prison, you don't see me no me gone. Okay. Because it broke me. It really broke me.
Did you see this coming? Him being released and unity and you saw this?
Yes.
Where you would be back in, you will pick up where you left off?
All right, so it was like maybe about 2 years ago, I got a vision about him coming out and me going back. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And even when I saw him the other day, I got a vision before I saw him last week. And just as how I got the vision, that's how we link up.
Nice.
That's definitely how we link up.
Okay. It's all over your face. You're a happy girl. You look all ready.
I am happy. Like ever since I saw him and ever since he came out, you know, that joy came over me. Much less when I saw him the other day. Like everybody, I know you're happy because your whole demeanor just changed. Like you can see the happiness all over you.
Oh wow! You know that audience at Freedom Street will be very wow. They will be waiting in great anticipation for so many of you to grace that stage.
Yes, even the ads that I did the other day for Freedom Street, like the comments, trust me, the comments are overwhelming. Like they're coming in and it's rare that I see somebody saying something that is not positive. Like everybody, Indu, I can't believe say Indu come back, and you know this is the feedback that I'm getting from everybody.
Yes. People like these things, you know, recovery. They like when people win. As the way I bad mind people, that's how we say.
Yeah.
The people like it when people get to rekindle and to get back what they lost and can live again. We all celebrate that. So
yeah.
My dear, we look forward to this show.
Yes.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to when you bring new music and other things to share with us.
Definitely.
And that your career will continue to ascend.
It will.
Yes.
It will.
Bless you so much.
Blessings.
So good to have you.
Thank you.
Indu.
Thank you for having me, Mr.
Bless you.
Blessings.
All right, so there you have her, this segment of our show, Indu.
Please welcome to GMG Plus for the first time from Kingston, Jamaica, Mutabaruka.
Yes, sir.
It's good to have you
I'm
here.
supposed to run on stage.
You're supposed to skate. Welcome to our show. Welcome to Ghana.
Good time,
How many times now have you visited the motherland?
I've been coming here from, well, not the motherland, Ghana. I've been to Africa a lot of time, but Ghana. I've been coming here from Panafest 1992.
92?
Yeah, and I've been coming, last year I wasn't here, but I've been coming consistently. You know?
Muta, how do you write such a poem, this poem, with so many subject matters, and yet a lackadaisical feel? Like, this poem shall be called stupid.
Yes.
But yet still, this poem is written from the Bible and the files of the CIA. And what's...
Well, it's a collage of, it's like a collage of different things that you have in your mind. And you know people have in their mind, so you keep saying it and you don't know what else to say. You know, but you're saying things that you know people's thinking, saying, and then you just don't know how to end the poem. And you say, well, maybe it will end in their mind or in my mind. So you just continue because there's there are other things that you could say in the poem, but you don't want to do it, or else we'll be still writing it from that time until now. You know.
The first poem that catapulted you to, international glory is called
White Man Country.
That was such a poem that spoke to many black people who lived abroad at the time.
Especially in Europe.
Why did you especially write that poem?
All right, there's a Virgin named Linton Kwesi Johnson. He's an ex-poet. He's a Jamaican from England, but he grew up in England, and he said a poem. He wrote a poem named England is a Bitch.
England.
And I listened to that poem and I said, well, if England is a bitch, it's not good to stay there. So that's the poem, it's not good to stay in a white man country too long, with all the different trappings that Europe has to offer. We realize it's better to stay home. You know, sometimes it's better to you suffer in your own country than go to the next man's country and suffer.
So you better stay in your own country.
Yeah.
You have never lived abroad, true?
No, I live in Jamaica. I just tour and travel, but I've never lived anywhere else but Jamaica.
Okay.
If I leave Jamaica, I'm coming here.
You're coming down to Africa.
Yes, definitely.
Your name Mutabaruka means the one who is always victorious.
Yes, it's from
a
Rwanda.
Rwandan language called Kinyarwanda.
Yes.
How did you get that name?
Well, I was reading a poem at school by a poet named Jean-Baptiste Mutabaruka. I actually didn't know where he come from until I opened the back of the book. I was reading the poem and it sounded exactly like a poem I wrote. So I said, well, as a youth coming up, you don't want a European name. So we chose Mutabaruka. And years after, I was in Paris. And some students from Rwanda thought I was from Rwanda when they hear the name.
Because of the name Mutabaruka?
Yeah, because they know it's a Rwandan name, a very famous Rwandan name. So they asked me, I said, no, I'm from Jamaica, but I like the poet Jean-Baptiste. So they started to tell me about Jean-Baptiste. And then they tell me that the name means one who is always victorious.
One who is always victorious. Pretty powerful
so
name.
I think that was a good choice.
Are you initially trained as an electrical engineer?
Yeah, I used to do electronics at school.
Worked for
telephone
company.
Yes.
So why did you move straight to poetry?
Because I never moved straight to poetry because I used to write the poems when I was in, but the regimental 9 to 5 is not my thing. I wonder who created that thing that you get up every morning, you go to work 9, and you go back home and you keep regurgitating and doing the same thing. That is not my thing.
Do you make a good living from being a poet?
Of course.
A lot of money?
Well, a lot of money, more money than maybe you make. But yeah, I mean, most of the things that I have right now is because of my touring and because of my mouth.
The first time you went on tour was with Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah, we toured Jimmy Cliff in Cuba.
How was that? Young Mutabaruka on the tour?
Yeah, first time I left Jamaica.
Oh, that was the first time you left your country?
Yeah, that's the first time, 1982.
1982.
First time I leave Jamaica, I go to Cuba, perform, Jimmy Cliff, band. It was wonderful.
It was wonderful,
yeah.
You studied or you read books on Malcolm X?
Yeah, different Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, but Malcolm X is the one that started me out to rethink my situation as an African person, as a black person, you know. So that's profoundly influenced, even now, how we see things, you know, because we know this Malcolm X was a prisoner, was a street youth, get caught, going to prison, and then rethink him all concepts and ideas and come out as one of the greatest African heroes.
Did you meet Bob Marley?
Yeah, man. Everybody meet Bob Marley in Jamaica.
Everybody meet Bob Marley in Jamaica?
I mean, Bob Marley, most of the artists, them, Jamaica is a small place, you know.
Okay.
Jamaica is like 52 miles wide. So think about that. 52 miles.
And drive around the whole country?
Yeah, you can drive out the whole country in less than 3 hours. Bob Marley is a brethren, you know, a normal brethren, you know. I mean, he is the greatest known artist in Jamaica, but most youth at that time, or most people in my time, would have come some link with Bob Marley.
Was he just in the neighborhood, just like every other person?
Yeah, man. You go in them shop, you could have seen them behind the counter sell record. In them days, them just turn up in there, sell record, and sit down on a car and smoke herbs. It's just a normal youth, you know.
So
like most artists.
That's how you all live in Jamaica?
Well, not so we all live, because, you know, it's not like I know him and we talk every day and thing.
Yeah,
but as I say, as a Jamaican, you go and shop, you know, this. As a matter of fact, is one of his sons, the mother used to live with me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Kimani Marley.
Oh, Kimani Marley. His mother used to live with you?
Yes, the mother used to live in the house. And that is where him snatch her. And Kimani.
That's why you snatched her?
No, him snatch her.
Oh, okay.
Him snatch her.
Okay, I mean, don't mind me. I'm trying to understand the part, so that's fine.
Okay, well, what I'm saying to you that she was, a lot of us was living in the house.
Okay.
And his eye took to that lady. And that's how we got connected with her.
Oh, okay.
And then he brought Kimani Marley was the product of that relationship. Yeah.
You spoke about the difference between education and indoctrination in the year 2000 at the Stanford University.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what your perspectives are with regards to education and indoctrination.
Well, education is what you acquire through knowledge. When the teacher reminds you of things that you have inside of you, you get educated through knowledge. Indoctrination is what they want you to believe. So what they tell you is used to manipulate your actions and your thoughts and your behavior. You know, at this moment in time, education and knowledge is very near. It's a thin line between knowledge and education, because knowledge, I mean, between education and indoctrination, because what we are learning now in school is still coming from the people who want to control us. So education is almost like indoctrination now. You know, a lot of the things that we eat, or what we say, what we wear, what we visualize, all of our perceptions of life, you know, God, you know, the devil, everything is an indoctrination.
In 2010, you also wrote a poem about Lucky Dube. Did you have a relationship with him?
I was standing in an audience about 10,000 people.
Okay.
You know, somebody just said, let us go down there. Lucky Dube playing down there. I will go down there. I was standing in the audience and I hear this virgin start to call my name. And he was saying, Mutabaruka is a Rasta man. He don't smoke herbs. And I said, wow.
He didn't know you were there?
No, I never knew I was there.
He was just talking about you?
Yeah, he was just talking about me. And after that, we started to know each other. You know, him come to Jamaica and we go to Africa. So when I heard that he died, they hijack him car and kill him. I feel
really
sad. So I wrote this poem named Lucky.
Lucky.
You know, because he used to say, Africa, we're all slaves until Africa is free. His band was called Slave. And people used to ask him, why is it they call your band Slave? Him say, we're all slaves until Africa is free. And so reggae strong.
Why do you think he was fascinated about the fact that you did not smoke weed?
Because I guess there's a stereotype that if you're a Rasta, you smoke. In Jamaica, we know different. It's like how you think about Bob Marley. You know, in Jamaica, a lot of Rastas don't smoke herbs, but you don't hear that because most Rastas smoke herbs. And that is that stigma that is on Rasta. But Rasta don't care about that because now they start to realize that ganja is not the evil that they thought it was. You know, it has medicinal properties and things. And so people is not as scared of it again, especially like America. A lot of places in America, you know, but you find like people, like in Africa, they still hold on that negative thing. So when you see a Rasta, you see ganja tree. You know, I am not a ganja tree, you know, I'm a Rasta man.
But it's fascinating to me too that.
Yeah, well, I know that it will
Rasta
fascinate.
man.
Yeah, it will fascinate the most African because this is the last place that certain knowledge come.
Yeah.
You see, the knowledge is open to the rest of the world. Europeans know of this, Americans know of it, Chinese know of it. You know, in Israel right now, the most advanced investigation into marijuana is done in Israel. But that is closed from Africans. But eventually they will catch up. But so far, we will always be persecuted, especially the Rastas. We'll be always persecuted for something that is less harmful than cigarette. Cigarette is legal. The drugs that kill, the drugs that are legal kill more people than the drugs that are illegal.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Let's talk about the Africa Culture and Wellness Festival.
Yes, that's what I'm here for.
Have you written a new piece for?
No, we don't write piece for occasions, you know. It's not that, you know. I mean, if you want to commission me to write a poem, I will.
I will be
and you pay me. Yeah, but I don't write poems.
Even though you're richer than I am, I'll still like to pay you.
Well, rich people get paid. That's why they are rich. That's why they're rich. But what happens is that I don't write poems that way. It's not something that, you know, I'm sitting down and watching the TV. I might hear somebody say something and it comes to me, but I gather it in my mind. Sometimes I have a poem in my head for like months without actually penning it. You know, but I don't say, why so I'm going to Africa, I gotta write a poem there. Because most of my poems is relevant already to situations, you know.
What happens when you take a pen and a paper and you say, I'm going to write this poem? What is running through your mind at that particular time? Like,
for instance, this poem?
Yeah, for instance, this
All right, because you're anxious for bring out so many different topics. Okay. If you notice this poem, if you cut the poem, you see there's so much things going through the poem. You know, Playboy magazine, New York Times, the Bible, the struggle in Africa, you know, slavery.
Nkrumah.
Yeah, so you're trying to gather the thoughts about all these things. And should I write a poem about Nkrumah? Should I write a poem about Haile Selassie? Should I write a poem about... You said, no, it's too long. It went, you know, so you just write one poem. Together. You just put a collage of things together and just say yes. And it turned out quite well, you know. This poem, I bought a house out of it.
So what are your favorite Ghanaian artists?
Wow. You know, I know him, you know, but I think he's a whole artist, so I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. But my favorite artist in Africa, totally, is Salif Keita.
Salif Keita.
And with new fella, from Nigeria, because we perform with fella. But I would go back.
Rocky Daouni?
The virgin there. Yeah, I know him still.
Have you heard Shatawale?
No, I don't remember, but I know that one. Yeah, oh yeah, unpopular now. Unpopular now. Yeah,
and Sarkodie?
No, I don't know the names. I play the music.
You just listen to the music. The reggae.
No, I don't listen to reggae. No.
Samini.
Salif Keita is not a reggae artist. And Fela Kuti is not a reggae artist. Yeah. But these youth now they call Afrobeat. You know, the brethren don't do reggae, do I really, that you just mentioned. It's very popular.
Samini, Stone Boy.
Yes, Stone Boy, dancehall vibes.
Yeah.
You know, that Afrobeat dancehall is like a collide.
You guys love his music in Jamaica?
Yeah, well, I don't say no, a lot of people play, but they don't know the name of the person.
Okay.
Yeah, just recently now we start to know it's a Stone Boy, like everybody, kind of, not everybody, but you know, people who Afrobeat. Because the Afrobeat is what's happening now.
Afrobeat, yes.
Yeah, that's what's happening now, yeah. And I like the sister that just played, that died.
Yeah.
That little girl,
You've listened to her?
I've heard her before, yeah. Heard her before. Yeah, well, you know, we love to do these things because it expose a certain thinking. Just as we talk about herbs and you get shot because you hear that we don't smoke ganja. You know, I don't think a lot of people in Ghana would know that you have Rastas who don't smoke. You know, so we come to break that stereotype because not smoking ganja make you be a Rasta. But smoking herbs is part of the culture of Rasta because everyone have a culture. You know, Roman Catholics burn incense.
Yeah.
You know, smoke up the whole place. You know, Rastas smoke ganja. You know, it's just simple. It's not something bad, like smoking cigarette. Cigarette causes more cancer than anything else, but it's legal. Alcohol causes more drunken youth to drive and crash and behave like them is idiot. You know, the best reggae songs that you learn and listen to was written by people who were smoking ganja at the time. The best Bob Marley song was written on a big
By people
split.
smoking ganja.
Eh?
Were done by people smoking ganja.
Yeah, a big split too. And I want to love Bob Marley.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Mutabaruka.
time,
Thank
every
you, and hope you have a good time here
Yeah, man.
in Accra. Oh my God, that was really amazing. I just spoke to Mutabaruka. But up next,
So my people, this one was indeed an interesting interview. So feel free to leave an honest comment down in the comment section. And also your own opinion. And you don't know say the day upon the Black Unity program. So feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you're new. Bless up, big up to each and everyone. Up until then, peace out, adios.